So mark them calendars, December 3rd, Thursday.
I honestly don't expect anything huge out of this. We've really gotten nothing huge out of any of these late year award shows, except for like maybe Dark Souls 2, I think was announced at something a couple years ago. So, if anything, it'll be a sequel to something, I would imagine. I don't think we'll see any big new IP revealed here. That seems like something that's more an E3 caliber announcement.
Yeah.
Well, and then also, when they say world premiere, they don't always mean a brand new game. Sometimes it's just
not
like
an announcement
the first,
necessarily, but a big reveal.
Right, yeah. Well, for example, it's Far Cry. The new Far Cry game was already announced, but we're going to get our first look at the gameplay for that, for example.
Yeah.
So, we could see something like that with Nintendo, where maybe we see like a new trailer or, maybe the first footage of something. We got our first look at the gameplay of Zelda U at last year's Game Awards, for example.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm thinking that they could take this opportunity again to sort of do a big sort of re-reveal for Zelda U. I think there's some potential candidates there for like Smash Bros. DLC. The cloud thing could be a good thing to detail. Maybe Pikmin 4, not likely.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That would be a good time to maybe drop our first look at Pikmin 4, because apparently Miyamoto said back in July that it was almost finished.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't know that they'd pull that out for the Game Awards, just because Pikmin is even among Nintendo fans, it's...
Yeah, it doesn't really have enough name recognition, I would say.
Yeah, it's not a high-profile franchise, really, as much as I'd love it to be.
What is the high-profile franchise? Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Oh,
Ooh.
boy. I mean, if they had one in the pipeline, it would be a great time to do Metroid Prime 4, but...
Yeah, no,
maybe
for sure.
2016. TGAs.
Yeah, I guess the question is, when do we get a re-reveal of Metroid Prime Federation Force, if not at something like the Game Awards? Because I know Reggie every time Reggie appears for anything, he's pestered, show us some Metroid. And if Nintendo really wants us to be confident in this game, this would be an opportunity to try to do that.
Well, and especially, when he said, oh, well, you guys haven't played it yet, you guys haven't seen that much of it yet, you're making early judgments. Well, show us a little more then.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But the question is Nintendo going to really be that confident in this game at this point?
Yeah, I don't think so, after seeing the backlash, honestly. If they had sort of stuck to their guns in the beginning and said, look, this is going to be a great game, backlash is wrong, and told us, look, you're going to see something big, it's going to be great, then maybe I'd believe it. But, after hearing all that criticism about it, their response was basically, well, that was unexpected, we're sorry, Metroid Prime 4 isn't off the table for NX.
Yeah.
Maybe like Twilight Princess HD or something. Twilight Princess was such a huge announcement back in 2004, I think it was.
I think the weird thing about Twilight Princess HD is, unless they're adding like actual new content, there's really nothing that would be suitable to show.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like a gameplay trailer showing like how they're using the Wii U gamepad's features is something I think people would want to see, but I don't think it's something that's appropriate for an award show stage.
Right. Well, and then also, Colin, you said, I don't know if it was the last podcast or one before it or whatnot, but that Twilight Princess HD in 2015, doesn't look as good compared to other games in the industry as Twilight Princess did in 2006. So yeah. I don't know if you want to trot out a not top-of-the-line looking game at the Game Awards.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I know there's been a lot of talk. A lot of people have been wondering, are they going to pull out Twilight Princess? So I thought we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about it. But yeah, it sounds like we're all on the same page. Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week Clip NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week Podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.